Hello lovely people, and welcome to Philanthropic February, day 15. I'm Nicola, this is Stitches and Slapdashery, and I have been making 5 more of these pencil cases this afternoon. Yesterday I made the prototype of this pencil case, and having ironed out all the difficulties, no pun intended, I have made 5 more. I only broke 2 needles today. Oh my gosh. I don't know whether I left in the part yesterday where I said, the lovely thing about nylon zippers is that you can sew right over them with no problem. You know, not always. I'm just going to talk to you while I'm putting these around the right way. I've finished them except for turning them right side out. Yes, well, I had a sharps needle in there, size 70, and at some point one of the zippers decided to be nasty and bite back. So I had to put a new one in, and I put the same size needle in again, a 70, because I thought, well, it's only quilting cotton. Well, I should have been bearing in mind that by the time you get to this point where you've got your zipper end of teeth in here and you're also binding, so you've got a little bit more thickness in here, that I should have been a bit more mindful. I was trying to go slower over the zipper teeth after having broken the first needle, and then I went and broke a second, didn't I? So now I have a size 80 in there, and I really hope I don't break that one anytime soon. Yes, we do sell machine needles at Michael's, but yeah, I don't live near Fabricland anymore, so I'm going to have to either put up with what Michael's sells or start buying them online. Once I have pushed these out and zipped them up, I will show you how they look. It's been a good weekend. It's been a good Sunday. This morning we went out and we went, where did we go? We started at Costco. We were almost out of rolled oats, and that is the equivalent of running out of bananas. I said the other day that it was a crime to run out of bananas in this house. Well, it's also a crime to run out of rolled oats because we eat them for breakfast every day, either in porridge or muesli or mixed with brown flakes and dried fruit and nuts and things. And we definitely can't run out of those things. And in the past, we've bought them as a 50-pound bag from the bulk food store, and they've been getting a bit expensive. So we bought some from Costco today, along with a few other bits and pieces. And then we went to our favourite tea shop to enjoy a nice cup of tea, where I sat and crocheted some more hearts. And I also realised that as I was crocheting these hearts and busting out a few more, I was missing that extra little stitch at the bottom point of the heart. My little heart design that I did a video about at the very end of January, I had put an extra little chain in the last gap of the granny square to make the heart have more of a point at the bottom. And then for most of the ones I've done, I've completely forgotten about it. They still look good, and I saw a little girl in the tea shop with her parents this morning, and I gave her a heart too. So that was fun. She was very appreciative. And after that, we went for a good long walk in the sunshine. It was lovely. I decided I was not going to wear a coat, and I made the right choice because I would have been so hot I would have ended up carrying it most of the way. So you'll see a little bit of footage of that in this video once I've shown you these pencil cases. Nearly there. Trying to be careful not to damage them as I'm pushing out my corners. So as far as measurements go on this fabric, the one thing I would change again is the binding strip for the insides for covering the seam allowances. I'm still making them too narrow. So today I cut them 1.25 inches. Well, actually, that was yesterday. I showed you yesterday that I'd already cut the fabric out for these. And I cut the binding strips 1.25 inches wide, which was 1/4 inch wider than my first bag. And it was still not enough. So I would definitely do that at 1.5 inches next time. I'm not sure exactly how long these 5 pencil cases took me, but I would say probably about 2 hours. So they average about 25 minutes each. So here's this guy with that lovely buffalo plaid maple fabric. And on the inside, it's just grey. That's that one. And then we've got the lovely pig one. And what did I put inside that one? That's just got a very, very boring brownish kind of lining. This has got a beautiful aqua maple leaf. I almost said maple syrup print. And that one's got a floral, similar coloured lining. Very pretty. And then this blue one with the dots has a navy blue lining. Yeah. I do like having tabs at the ends of the zippers. Gives you something to grip when you're pulling on the zipper. Just adds a nice touch, I think. And then this lovely blue has a random blue lining. So that is 6 more products. Oh, this one looks so much nicer because I ironed it. I ironed it flat, so it's got some nice creasing there. So I'll do that with these as well. 6 more items for the silent auction for September, which takes me up to, hang on, this, I'm piling them up on my armchair over there. So 6, 12, 13, 14, 20. I'm up to 20 items for the silent auction. So I'm only 8 short of my goal, and I've still got the rest of February. It's only day 15. Just over halfway through February, and I've only got 8 more items to make for that goal. So that is awesome. I'm going to have to stick my iron back on. You can see I've got to put my zipper tape away. I've got to put all of these scraps of fabric away. I have to clear the decks here because the sewing table is a mess again. It's a beautiful day to be out walking. The air is apparently 6 degrees, but I'm not bothering with a coat, hat or gloves today because the sun is really lovely. Lovely to see the sun sparkling on the lake. I do love a good weeping willow. So what's the difference between a 63-year-old woman and her 65-year-old husband?
Well, menopausal woman runs hot. Old guy with no extra fat on his bones, wearing a coat, hat, gloves and a scarf. Now we're heading into the bird sanctuary where the boardwalk is. You'll have seen this before on my vlog probably, coming from the other direction. It's a lovely little sanctuary. An hour in among the trees. I'm pretty sure in the spring this is going to be full of water. But right now it looks dry. Dry and brown. But once the spring runoff starts to fill the lake and the creeks, all the life's going to come back to it. Okay, my hands are feeling a little chilly now. I think I'm going to have to pull my sweater down over them in a second once I've put the phone away. So many birds out on that little sandbar out there. Lots of lovely new growth. Bright green against a backdrop of last year's brown leaves. It's amazing how green this grass is. Almost warm enough to sit on one of these fixed lounges, isn't it? Enjoy the sunshine. Something about being near water just makes it extra special. Irises coming up in someone's front yard here. More there. Oh, how pretty. Look at that. I love it when you plant some flowers and then they spread all by themselves, which I'm sure these have done.
I hope you enjoyed that little excursion with me. These are all pressed now. They can go on the armchair with all of the others. Do remember to go back and look at day 7's video if you want to enter the contest. Not really a contest, giveaway. If you want to enter the giveaway for a pair of glass bead earrings like these ones here. Let me just show you a bit closer. So these little mushroom earrings are ones I made myself back on day 7 of Philanthropic February. And there will be a link at the end of this video. You know how the last 20 seconds of the video, you often see a circle and a rectangle? The circle is a clicky for subscribing to my channel. I never knew this until I actually was someone who made YouTube videos. So the circle is a subscribe button, and the rectangle is a link to another video or a playlist or whatever the person who does the YouTube videos decides to put on there. So for Philanthropic February, I have been putting the link to the playlist at the end of each video, right at the last few seconds when I'm winding things up and saying goodbye. So if you click on that, it'll take you to the list of all the videos for Philanthropic February. I haven't done many shorts for this one. When I was doing Slowvember, I tried to do a short every day to go with the video. But with this month, it hasn't necessarily been appropriate for what I was doing. A lot of the time I've been talking to the camera, and flipping something sideways when your face is in it makes it pretty obvious that I'm horizontal and I should be vertical. So yeah, I haven't done a lot of those. But in that playlist, you will find day 7's video. There's a giveaway on there. The deadline for commenting on that video and saying what colour glass mushrooms you'd like in your earrings is the 21st. Okay, I've completely... My train of thought got completely derailed there, and I'm not sure what I have already said and what I still need to say. So the editing might be a bit clunky here. But I'm going to repeat myself so that I don't forget to say anything. The deadline for the giveaway on day 7 is the 21st. I will announce the winner, and if I have their contact information, I will contact them separately. But it may just be an announcement on day 22's video, say, and maybe a reply to the comment on day 7 on the original comment that they left to enter the giveaway. All right, so I know that sometimes people get scammers who see that there's a giveaway and they will contact people who are following the YouTuber, and they will ask them for money, or they will say they've won something that they haven't, or something, try and scam them. So please only ever reply to me with your contact information. The best thing to do is if you get a reply to the comment from me, Stitches and Slapdashery, nobody else, or you hear me say your name or your username on the winning video, like day 22, whenever that is. If I need your mailing information, only ever send it to stitchesandslapdashery@gmail.com, because I do not want you to get scammed. Because I will need your address, and I will also need to know the colour, just to confirm. In fact, you may have already said what colour mushroom earrings you would like in your comment, but I will probably email you just to confirm before I go ahead and mail them out. Okay, that was a really long-winded way of saying what I needed to say, but hopefully that's clear. So I think that's it for today. It is Sunday, late Sunday afternoon. I I ducked out of making a big family meal today by just saying, we had a really late lunch, husband. I am going to go and sew for a couple of hours. If the boys ask for food or mention food, tell them it's a grab your own dinner day. So that's good. Tomorrow I do have an afternoon shift. It is family day here in BC, and I think in probably most of Canada. But the store is open and I'm working. So hopefully in the morning I'll be able to do something fun, which I can record for you. And as long as nothing changes, I only have 3 shifts this week, which is very exciting. I'm going to have to try and arrange some social fun for Wednesday or Thursday and make the most of that. To heck with housework. I just want to have fun with my friends and my crafting. So happy crafting and have a great week, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye for now.